I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about one of many basic geometric constructions using a compass and a straight edge. The construction I'd like to talk about today is what we call a reflection. Alright, a reflection is one of a couple different kind of transformations.
And I send this message.
Definition of a reflection, right, is basically just a mirror image of a figure over what we call the line of reflection. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you enjoy.
Alright, what I'd like to show you today here is we're going to take this triangle ABC. I'm going to go ahead and reflect it over our line of reflection right here. Alright, using again just a compass and a straight edge. Alright, so what we're going to start, go ahead and take your compass, pick a radius on your compass just as long as it's bigger than the distance from A to the line of reflection. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start, go ahead and put your pointy end right on point A. We're going to go ahead and draw about a semicircle, making sure that that intersects the line of reflection at two different points. Alright, so as you can see, we have our 2 points. I'm going to highlight them here in blue, right here and right here. Alright, thinking about the definition of a circle. Definition of a circle: every point on the circle is the same distance from that center. In our case, our center is A, which means that every point on that arc is the same distance from A. So both of our blue points here, if we go ahead and dot these lines in, and then our other line over here, both of those lines are going to be the same length. Okay? Now, looking at another definition, if you have a point, in our case A, that is equidistant from two endpoints of a line segment, right, then it lies on the perpendicular bisector of that line. So if we wanted to, we could go ahead and draw that perpendicular bisector of that line in right there. Okay? We're going to go ahead and take an easier route. Make sure you take your compass. We're not going to adjust the radius at all, so we're going to draw a circle the same size, same radius. Instead of putting our pointy end on A, we're going to start by putting it on one of these endpoints, one of those blue dots I drew in. So go ahead and go up, and as if you should notice, because it is the same radius, if you draw an arc up here, it should go right through point A. And then we're going to come down and draw an arc about the same size below the line of reflection. Once again, don't change your compass. We're going to put our pointy end here on the other side of this. Again, just check to make sure above that our arc does indeed go right through point A, and go ahead and come down and draw an arc below it. As you can see, we have two arcs intersecting up here, and they intersect at point A. Two arcs intersecting at a point down here. Alright. So speaking along the same terms, all of these arcs we just drew were with the same radius. We did not change our compass at all, which means that the distance of these points below the line is going to be the exact same as above the line. Go ahead and draw those in. So if you take a look at our diagram here, we have point A, which is the same distance from both of these endpoints. We have this point down here, which again is the same distance from these two endpoints, which means it also lies on that perpendicular bisector. And because these are all the same distance, then we know that A and our point down here are the same distance from that line, and we now just reflected that point A over that line, and we can call it A prime. Now I'm going to go ahead and follow the exact same steps as I did with point A to reflect point B across that line. So once again, adjust your compass, place it right on point B, and draw a semicircle intersecting the line of reflection at 2 points. Once again, I'm going to highlight our points in blue. Keep the same radius. Start at the point over here. Should go through point B, an arc above. Go ahead and draw an arc below. Come over to the other point. Draw the arc above. Should go right through point B. And go ahead and draw the arc below. Where those two arcs intersect, we now have B prime. And once again, for the last point, C, I'm going to follow the exact same steps. So go ahead and make your radius a little bit bigger. Place your compass on point C. Draw your semicircle. My 2 points intersect right here and right here. Take the same radius, start at the right point. Should go right through point C. Draw the arc below. Go ahead and do the left point. Should go right through point C. Draw the arc below. Where the two arcs below intersect, we now have our reflected point C prime. Now that we have each point individually reflected, we can just go ahead and take our straight edge, connect our 3 reflected points, and we now have a perfect reflection of triangle ABC over our line of reflection. Great part about what I just showed you how to do, as you notice, to reflect any figure, we just had to reflect each individual point and basically connect the dots. So it doesn't matter if you have a square, a rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, whatever it might be, as long as you can reflect the point over a line, you can reflect any figure over a line.